Hi again, Holly here, and we're going to do some hot glue items in some of the molds. I showed you these molds when I was doing my paper crafting. These are silicone molds found at Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby, price depending on where you buy it at. Generally, most places it's $9.99. This week they're on sale for $7.99 over at Joann's. If you get a military discount, that gives you an additional 10% off of anything you buy. So that's a little tidbit. So just remind them and ask them for your military discount. And I want to give you a little tidbit of advice. When you're using these short sticks for your glue gun, because I'm using a low temp glue gun with my molds, and you're going to get near the end, put a little drop or heat up the end just a little bit, and then connect it to the end of this one. Hold it there a second. It should, well, there we go. Hold it there for a second. And, well, usually it stays on, but today it won't. Okay, well, neither here nor there. Alright, I use a low temp glue gun because I use it with my silicone molds because I don't want to mess up my molds. If you use a high temp glue gun, chances are you're going to melt some of the silicone in your molds. So, don't use that. And, of course, I got my trusty cup of coffee here. Don't go anywhere without it. Take a little petroleum jelly, just a little bit. Enough to coat the inside of your mold, because you want it to come out nice and clean. So you just want a really, really thin layer. I always make sure I go around the top part of the mold, just in case any little pieces drop off on there. Make sure you get into little crevices and stuff. Okay. And then I use my trusty low temp glue. And you just start filling in the mold. And trust me, but if it's a big mold, by the time you get to the end of it, the first part's dry or cooled down, because you really don't want to burn yourself. So we're just going to fill in all of this space. Okay. Now if you get some little strings or stuff, don't worry about it because you can always go back and trim those off later on. I try to fill it up really good so I get a nice even back to it. And of course I just dip the basement of the thing into it. Ow, that was hot. Okay. I hate the little stringies, but they happen. So, shake that off. Okay, while that's cooling down, I'm going to bring one of my other ones over here because I love having leaves to use for different things. So I'm just going to coat that real quick. And fill with hot glue. Now remember, if you're going to use your silicone molds, please use low temp glue, otherwise you are going to melt your silicone. And you don't want to melt your molds. You really don't want to have to go back and buy another one. And the nice thing about using like just clear glue and Vaseline in it is because you can wash it and you can reuse it for fondant or icing or whatever you want. So, okay. This should be cool by now to pop out. Voila, we have a little butterfly. Of course, I'll have to go back and trim it up, but no biggie. But we have a little butterfly. And give it a few minutes and this leaf will cool down. But you can get all kinds of molds like I showed you before. They have different molds for the fondant and the cake decorating aisle. Okay. They also have candy molds, which are silicone. This is kind of thin, but I tried this out using some other mediums, and it worked really well. And I like it because it's got these real pretty little ornate deals on there in the fleur de lis, or however you pronounce it, because inevitably somebody's going to tell me I said it wrong. And then you can get special molds that you can order like online or whatever. Like I did this little miniature fairy door and the windows, and it's got little mushrooms, and I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a vine, but I haven't filled it in to try it out yet, so we'll have to see later on what that does. And then you can go and make a lot of your molds like I do. I like to make my own molds. Like I have my own mold that I made. This is made with Amazing Putty, and I have my own fairy door that I made a mold out. So I can go back and I can make as many fairy doors as I want and put them all over my tree. Make them all different colors and add little designs and rhinestones or whatever on it. But I made this mold myself. I made it rather thick. I don't know if you can see that, but it's about a good inch thick. I probably could have made it with less and not as thick, but I wanted to make sure that I got every bit of the details. So yeah, this will take a lot to fill in to make them, but you can make your own fairy doors that way. And then they have these ones here that are just kind of, they're plain. They're supposed to be like little bars of chocolate or something. I got that. It's very flexible. Personally, do not like this mold. This is by Wilton, and I'm not real thrilled with this mold as I am with some of the other ones. You can also use some of the harder plastic molds, like these, but these are for soap making and clear casting. But I can tell you, it's very difficult to get the items out because this is not as flexible as the other ones. So, but that's just a few of my molds that I have. Let's see if we can pop this leaf out here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Nice little leaf. I don't know if you can see the detail and stuff, but it does pick up the detail. And you just go back in and wipe off the Vaseline with a warm rag, not hot, because you don't want to melt away the details, but a warm rag, and just wash off the Vaseline. And then you can clear coat this with clear fingernail polish, and it'll make it more of a clear image. Or you can use other fingernail polishes to paint it green or blue or whatever color you like. So, that's that for today. Y'all have a great day, and if you have anything you'd like to see me work on or try out or something new to do, feel free to let me know. Leave a message in the comments or send me a PM, but let me know and I'll be happy to do some more videos on different crafting. Okay, peace out.